Hello and good morning. My name is Laura, and I'm the Director of Youth and Family Ministry at Cross of Christ Church in Broomfield. Thank you for joining me this morning for devotions. The hymn, It Is Well With My Soul, Peace Like a River, became a bit of a family song in August 2015. As a family, we were experiencing the loss of my father, who had drowned while boating with family. We had decided that he'd be cremated wearing his favorite tie, a blue fake silk tie with the words, It is well with my soul. I don't think my mom realized the story behind the hymn, but it was fitting and appropriate. The hymn was inspired by heartbreak that the author Horatio Spafford had suffered. Mr. Spafford was a successful lawyer and a real estate investor in Chicago. He and his wife Anna had one son and 4 daughters, and they lived a life of service to their church until 1871. That was the year that they lost their 4-year-old son to scarlet fever. A few months later, the Great Chicago Fire wiped out the majority of their property holdings. They made it through the next 2 years until 1873, when tragedy struck the Spaffords again. They had planned to visit Europe as a family, but business kept Horatio behind. On the voyage, the ship that Anna and their 4 daughters were traveling struck another vessel and sank quickly. Only Anna survived. She sent a very hauntingly brief telegram to Horatio bearing the words, "Saved alone." One can only imagine Horatio's grief upon receiving the news. If you've ever been on the receiving end of a phone call that announces the death of someone close, it can cripple you and leave you paralyzed for the moment that can seem like eternity. But there's something about such a moment that when you learn about such a loss where you feel stripped from everything. It was then that Horatio gathered what he needed and set sail for Europe to be reunited with Anna. But on his own voyage to meet Anna, as his ship neared the place where his daughters had drowned, he was told of his location. He was overcome with the Spirit, and he then continued to write the lyrics for the hymn, It Is Well With My Soul. Unlike many heartbreak songs, it focuses less on what was lost and more on where hope can be found. No doubt that Spafford was shattered by the loss of his daughters, but his heart turned to faithfulness of God in the midst of loss and the work of Jesus to rescue sinners. The hymn does not diminish or gloss over pain and tragedy, but rather proclaims that God is present in them and greater than them. During our current situation, it may be hard to sing of joy, let alone to sing with acceptance. But I challenge you to find where Christ is meeting you and your needs during this time. Things may not be ideal, but things may not be exactly what we would have chosen for ourselves. But it will be our choice to look at this time as a time for growth, discovery, and contentment. Posted below, you'll find the links to the lyrics of It Is Well With My Soul by Horatio Spafford and the lyrics of a modern version by Bethel Music. Take time to read them more than once, by yourself, as a family. Dissect the verses. Ask each other what this means for us as Christians living in 2020. And may the God that meets us in the storms meet you today. And may the light of Christ be your guide during the time of uncertainty. And may the Spirit of the living God swell within your heart. Pray with me. Father God, you've given us so much to be grateful for in a time of scarcity. Give us opportunities to show your light and to be a lighthouse to others. Remind us to be kind. Hold us close. Amen. Peace be with you.